Hey guys, Chelsea from Attention to Details. Today in the shop we're working on this gorgeous 2022 Chevy Suburban. I last saw this vehicle back in September of 2022 where I'd applied a graphene coating on this vehicle for my customer. We're now 6 months later and I'm doing my first maintenance inspection wash on this vehicle. Now, when it comes to ceramic coatings, I know I've done a lot of videos sharing with you guys different products, how to apply it, and I've even done several videos on how to maintain those specific products. But I feel like there's still a lot of questions, especially with my customers out there, on really how to maintain a ceramic coating properly. Sometimes we just think, I'm going to put this on the vehicle and walk away and it's going to be a miracle solution, but today I want to discuss the truth about ceramic coatings. A lot of the videos that I've been doing lately have been on ceramic coatings. They seem to be one of the more popular products in the detailing market right now. A lot of people are wanting them put on their vehicles, either from a dealership or from someone like me that maybe might be a little bit more affordable, do the proper prep, and maybe putting a little bit more quality product on the vehicle. And that's actually what we did with this vehicle here. Now this is March 2023, so we're 6 months later. Customer brought his vehicle back in for his first maintenance wash. I always tell my customers I recommend every 6 months at minimum, so that way if there's any issues that we need to address with the coating, be it mineral spots that have accumulated from hard water, or maybe we've got a buildup of road film that have maybe weakened some of the hydrophobics on our side panels, we can address those issues, do a chemical decon, a water spot treatment, wash it properly, and then apply a topper, so that way your hydrophobics in your coating are going to give you optimum results. So when he dropped the vehicle off last night, the first thing that I asked him is, how has the coating been performing for you? How are you enjoying it? He said, it's been doing great, no issues whatsoever. When the vehicle gets wet, the water just kind of flies right off the vehicle. And that's one of the great things about ceramic coatings. Your vehicle is going to stay cleaner longer. Anytime you drive through the rain, sometimes it's almost like you're getting a free car wash, so your vehicle's not going to get as dirty as quickly. But when you do go to wash it, it's going to be a lot easier to maintain. Even on larger vehicles like this, you could probably get around it in 20 to 30 minutes. Before it was coated, probably take you closer to an hour to get everything, and you'd have to be super aggressive, spend a lot of energy to do it. Now you can just mainly blow a lot of the dirt off with high pressure water, foam on some soap, wash it, rinse it, dry it, easy peasy. So I was really happy to hear that he's had no issues, that he's been enjoying it. The next question that I asked him was, how have you been maintaining the coating? That's when he kind of put his head down and put his hands in his pockets and he said, do you really want to know the truth? And I said, yeah, I really want to know the truth. And he said, I haven't washed it since you coated it in September. Okay. And so we were able to have a discussion about how to properly maintain a coated vehicle. Now, a lot of times people think with ceramic coatings that easier maintenance means no maintenance. And that is not the case with ceramic coatings. You still need to maintain your ceramic coating to be able to get optimum results. And that's what I explained to him. So what we're going to actually do in this video today is we're going to give you guys a quick update on how the coating is performing. But keep in mind, this vehicle has not been washed in 6 months. Now, it hasn't gone through an automatic car wash, which is great. I much prefer that. But we haven't had any sort of contact wash to this vehicle. And so we do have a heavy buildup of road film. We might have some water spotting that we need to address. We'll do a good chemical decon as well, just to remove any sort of rail dust that might have accumulated on the paint. But whenever you are maintaining a ceramic coating, you want to use the products that the manufacturer is going to recommend. That way you get optimum results. If a manufacturer is going to say to you, X year durability, maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, and then on their page that they have the coating listed, they have a directions or steps for how to maintain the product. They're going to have products that they recommend that you use for that coating. It's going to pair really well with it because it's in the same kind of chemical family, but it's also going to just kind of help replenish and keep the coating strong and performing for you. So can you use other products to maintain a coating with? Sure. Does that mean you're going to get that same durability claim out of it? Probably not. So I'm going to share with you, for those of you that want a closer look at the McKee's 37, their graphene coating, how to maintain it, what products to use to get optimum results, maybe how to address some of the issues that you might have with this product should the coating be a little bit on the more neglected side. So let's go ahead and get set up and see how this coating looks. Because they are extremely hydrophobic, the biggest potential issue that they could have is actually water spotting issues. If you have hard water or you have a tendency to not wash your vehicle and you have dirt on your vehicle, you park it outside, it gets rained on, oftentimes what can happen is you're going to have a buildup of mineral deposits on the surface of your coating. And if those mineral deposits accumulate over time, haven't had a good contact wash to knock them off, what can happen is it can actually clog your ceramic coating. We use that term to kind of refer to when the hydrophobics fall off. Sometimes it can actually look like the coating is dead, but they're actually clogged because of mineral deposits that have accumulated on the surface of the coating. Now with this vehicle, I'm not really seeing that issue. I did see those water spots, but I'm not seeing where it's clogged. But where I am seeing a clog, you can see that line right across the screen, is we have too much road film that is accumulated on our side panels of the vehicle because we haven't done a good contact wash in several months. Now, based on the ceramic coating that you have applied to your vehicle, it should be able to withstand the acidic nature of the road film. But I've seen some retail short-term products that if that road film sits on there for too long on the lower panels, and especially on your trunk area, that you'll actually start to see lines in the coating, or the hydrophobics will just really start to fall off. And that's where you know it's either not the most durable product, or you need to be doing more frequent contact washes. So hopefully once we do a good contact wash, we'll be able to determine what's going on with the state of this ceramic coating. But our front end looks beautiful. Bugs are blasting off with ease. I'm not seeing any issues at this point that I need to be concerned about. And I did notice as I was doing my high pressure rinse, these two spots on our lower panels, that the hydrophobics look different than the rest of the vehicles. And my best guess is that the customer was actually using their hip to close the door, and that because it was coming in contact with the paint, removing some of the dirt, that our hydrophobics were much improved in those areas. So for today's detail, we have a water spot remover, our chemical decon with the extreme iron remover, our products to do our maintenance refresh, and we're also going to add in one extra product to do a safe foaming pre-soak to try to help remove some of the built-up road film on our lower panels and trunk. For our contact wash, we're going to use their graphene auto wash. You can use this every single wash for your vehicle. Going to do a great job at safely washing it, but not weaken the ceramic coating. Now, because we have that heavier buildup of road film, I'm going to actually do a foaming pre-soak with the Koshemi Active Foam. It's a great foaming pre-soak that will go after some of the road film, but it is safe for coatings. So the panels that we let our active foam sit on there, it is a slightly stronger pH soap of 9.5, and you can see it did a nice job of removing some of the road film that was on here. So now our hydrophobics look like they are bouncing back. Still need to do a good contact wash, but now we've been able to remove a touch more of the road film and dirt, so that way our wash process is safer. You don't need to do this every time you wash a vehicle. You can actually, if you are keeping up with maintenance, foam on your graphene auto wash and then just do your contact wash. But when you've got a heavier buildup of dirt, having something like that active foam is really going to help to safely remove it without being too strong that you damage the coating. Now it's time to do the most critical step when it comes to maintaining a ceramic coating, and that is the contact wash. I know a lot of times people think, oh, I don't want to touch my vehicle because it will scratch it. We're using microfiber wash mitts that are safe on the surface of the paint, but you need to put some sort of contact on the paint to remove the buildup of dirt. So you can see where our soap started to bead off, even all the way down the panel, so that is a good sign. Let's go ahead and give her a good rinse. One of my favorite qualities about this coating is that if you flood the panels like I'm doing here, they will actually sheet dry, that you can almost dry your vehicle with water. Now we're going to do our chemical decon with the extreme iron remover. I like to do this every 6 months or so on my customers' coated vehicles to help prevent any sort of rail dust or ferrous metal from accumulating on the surface of the coating. Just take your soapy wash mitt and just kind of agitate that iron remover over the surface of the panel. That will help break any chemical bond, but you don't want to use a clay bar or clay towel. That will be too aggressive on the surface. I just got done with the first contact wash for this vehicle in 6 months after we coated it. And we did have a lot of what looked like potential water spots before we did our rinse and our wash, and they're gone. I'm not really seeing any sort of water spotting issues on this coating. I'm not seeing any issues with this coating, so that's pretty stinking impressive. It's not ideal. Obviously, the better you maintain it, the better the coating is going to last, but you can just see, even if it does get neglected just because life gets in the way, or maybe it's just too stinking cold to wash your vehicle, I think it'll be all right. So we don't need to do a water spot treatment. We did do a chemical decon just to kind of keep up with maintenance for this vehicle. So we're gonna maybe test out the hydrographene ceramic coating, see if that actually does anything to boost the hydrophobics. They're pretty stinking good already. So I just wanna experiment, see what it's gonna look like. But that is a product that you can use to maintain, to top, to refresh the graphene coating, or you can use it as a standalone product. So we're just gonna test it out real quick and then we'll get this thing dried. But so far so good. Now let's go ahead and apply our topper to our ceramic coating. Now for those of you that have never heard that term, what we're doing basically is applying an additional layer on top of the ceramic coating to refresh the hydrophobic properties. Now we're only 6 months in on this, so our hydrophobics are not going to really look much differently. All we've done at this point is just kind of strengthen the hydrophobics so that they continue to look like this no matter what length of time has transpired with the coating's life. You can use this every 4 to 6 months, simply spray on, immediately rinse off, and it's going to keep the water beading nice and tight and just keep the hydrophobics looking fresh. No ceramic coating is going to last forever, but if you are using the manufacturer's products that they recommend to maintain the coating with, and you are not neglecting the ceramic coating, that means you're regularly maintaining it. You're not taking it through an automatic car wash as its primary way to maintain it. You're going to be able to at least see optimum results with that ceramic coating. Now, a lot of that is based on the ceramic coating that you choose because not all are created equal. Some ceramic coatings are not as chemically resistant, so that's why it's important to do your research. Use the graphene detail spray. And this is just going to give us a little bit of extra lubrication to safely dry, but it's going to take the slickness really up a notch. This is an extremely slick product, so let's go into time lapse and get her dry. Pretty much every coating manufacturer is going to recommend a specific soap and a drying aid to maintain their ceramic coating with. And so while you may not necessarily need these specific products, I do recommend at a minimum using a ceramic friendly or pH neutral soap, as well as some sort of drying aid to maintain your coating with. A lot of times that's just really going to give you a safer wash and drying process, but it can also refresh the hydrophobics, increase slickness and gloss and shine on the vehicle, and just help give you optimum results for your coating. You've invested a lot of money into having this applied, and really it doesn't require that much extra effort to get the most out of the coating. A simple wash, drying aid, and then every 6 months to do a chemical decon, and you're going to be able to get maximum results from your ceramic coating. So hopefully this can help kind of answer some of the questions and confusion that I see online when it comes to ceramic coatings and give you a little bit more knowledge moving forward to be able to get the best results out of your ceramic coating. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. As far as I'm concerned, I'm really happy with these results. Is the coating being maintained to 100% of recommendations? Probably not. But is it really hurting the coating? Probably not. Now, I am going to have a conversation with the customer that if he wants the coating to last that 4 or 5 year mark, probably needs to wash it a little bit more frequently. But the coating actually is looking fantastic. Once we did our contact wash, it looked like day one. So far, I am really liking what I am seeing. I know that a lot of times you guys say that there's really not a lot of negative reviews on this channel, and I didn't know what to think coming into this 6 months untouched. There are some coatings that it would have been dead. You would have seen lines in the coating, you would have seen lines on the panel, and I didn't see any of that. So really happy to see this, knowing that my customers have a quality product on their vehicle that even if they don't maintain it to 100% of the recommendations, it's still going to give them good results, and that if we do have issues, they can come to someone like me or watch a video like this to kind of get some troubleshooting tips on how to address the issues. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, but we'll put the link to everything that we used in the video description box down below. But thank you guys for watching. As we see more coating vehicles come in for maintenance, we will be doing updates for you guys, so stay tuned for those videos. But that's a wrap for today. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you in the very next detail.